Commence.
Commencing recording.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to The Rect Room, the podcast where we slap you in the face with our opinions like you're hosting the Oscars. We're on episode 17.
Oh, I like it.
And boys, I mean, the world has gone fucking like crazy over the fucking Oscars for the first time in, what, 50 years?
Yeah. And we're sorry that we're missing our fourth member today.
Chase, we love you. We miss you. Come back from Philadelphia soon.
We tolerate you.
But yeah,
and,
so
no guest today.
No guest today. It's we've got a mountain of fucking topics to talk about. Well, one that is a mountain, and yeah, I mean, were you guys watching it? Obviously not. It's the Oscars. Who the fuck watches the Oscars?
No, but Oscars I don't think has been relevant in what 10, 12 years.
Oh god, it's completely pointless and it's so political. They buy all the fucking awards. But okay, so I was actually at a party where they had it playing, and I think we left or we
Did you guys
turned
have
it
like
off.
an Oscars party?
No, a friend of my fiance's was having a little dinner thing, and one of her friends was moving to Calgary, so we were there, and they had the Oscars on, but we started playing like games and stuff, and nobody was really paying attention. And I think it was like at the end of the night, somebody mentioned
it was an
Will
Oscars
Smith slapped Chris Rock, and I was like, what? And then we went home and saw it, but. I mean, when did you guys see it? Like, what did you think about it?
I honestly probably saw it when I was taking a dump and I was watching on my cell phone.
Well, that's generally where we all consume news.
And I am very disappointed in that slap. Like, that was the worst. Like, it was a bitch slap, but Will Smith was the bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I saw it that night, like, because I was laying in bed and I was going through my phone and there's something. Oh, Will Smith slaps Chris Rock, and I was like, Google.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw it. I was like, huh. Well, back to bed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, the world pretty much fucking exploded. And I mean, one of the things that a lot of people were saying when it first came out, like immediately people thought, is it staged, right? Because like we just pointed out, nobody fucking watches the Oscars. Yeah, no. And do you remember, I can't remember when it was a few years back, but when Steve Harvey was hosting.
He misannounced the winner of the beauty pageant.
Yeah, it was like Miss Universe or something like that.
Yeah.
And he did that, and I think that was genuine. But I think it was the same year the Oscars pulled that shit with La La Land was up for Best Picture, and they said they won, and then they said, oh, no, it was a different... And they figured we can get a lot of, chatter going, because the Miss Universe pageant got a lot of fucking buzz off of this whole we fucked up.
Drum up some more attention that they've been lacking for...
Well, exactly. So... Of course, when this came out, a lot of people were saying, I think it's staged. But immediately I was like, well, no, if you think about it, is Will Smith going to tank his career to fucking give the Oscars an uptick? I don't think that's really a fucking payoff for him.
Doesn't even matter. Like, he's set for life. His kids, his grandkids are set for life. Doesn't even matter.
Well,
yeah, I mean, financially and fame-wise, for sure he is. Like,
oh, yeah, but like... He's definitely caught a lot of flack off of this. Like, I've heard there's been like 3 projects he was working on with like Netflix and other things that have canceled or at least been put on hold because they want Slapgate to fucking calm down.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically kind of like the old school way, in my opinion. Like, you want to talk shit, you're going to get slapped.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't hiding behind a keyboard on that one.
No, he wasn't. He said it right to his face.
But he laughed.
Well, he did. He absolutely laughed, which is, again, another thing we'll get into. But I think the thing that kind of really pissed me off was, one, it was like the fucking softballest joke ever. It wasn't like... I could see if she had lost her hair to, say, like cancer treatment or something akin to that.
I think, okay, what's the disease she has or something?
Alopecia. Dude, it's... Oh, God, that's one thing that's been driving me nuts about this whole thing is you see all the people that are supporting Will and Jada on the little Twitter sphere or whatever. They're going, she's dealing with a life-changing disease. Fuck you. And I can say this with all fucking intent because I have alopecia. It's right here. Little bald patch in my beard. It's alopecia. Guess what?
I think
that's all it does.
A few more places than you do.
Well, yeah, you might. You fucking
like
don't have body hair at all. But that's what I mean. Like, it's a vanity thing, right? And... Another thing that really pissed me off is, because of all of this, they've been putting out videos of her that she has a fucking blog or something like that where she says, she admits it, she shows people it. She said 2 things. One, me and this condition are going to be friends, which is why she shaved her head. She's like, I'm not going to hide from it. I'm just going to rock it. And 2, all I can do is laugh about it. Well, we clearly know that's not fucking true. Because the first guy to make a joke about it, you roll your eyes and go to your husband and be like, slap that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Uncle Phil would be rolling in his grave right now.
Well, right? I literally posted it that night. I was like, that he made his career off of making fun of Uncle Phil being bald and fat, which are both, I don't know if anybody has checked the fucking doctorate on this, but those are medical conditions.
Pot, meat, kettle.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's...
Do you think it was maybe like a big publicity stunt just to get people watching, because the viewers have been going down over the years?
Who's gonna watch it next year because of that? Not me.
No,
I don't.
Does anybody even give a shit about the Oscars anymore?
No, man. No, nobody cares
not
except
around
for
this
like
table.
high flouting cinephiles. And I mean, I'm a big fan of movies and stuff. And yes, I will. You know, like it's kind of like a sport that you don't really care about, but you kind of want to know. Like if somebody won the World Series, like I don't watch baseball, but if the Toronto Blue Jays win another one, I'll definitely be like, oh, good, hooray.
I will praise a good actor. Like, Heath Ledger as the Joker, in my opinion, was probably the best actor best acting of all time.
Well, yeah, I definitely think he deserved that posthumous Oscar. Like that was, and that's what I mean. Like I definitely know if a movie wins or something.
Like all these like Ricky Gervais when he hosted it, he pretty much just like,
oh yeah, he just goes off. He's vicious, man.
But true.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, like when he was hosting the Golden Globes, he was like really fucking mean to Mel Gibson. Like right after all that shit happened with him, and Mel Gibson came out on stage to present and Ricky Gervais made a joke about him, and and Mel Gibson handled it. Much better than he handled a lot of other shit in his career. Because he just made a joke about Jim. He just said, fuck that guy. He's kind of an asshole, But like that's the way you deal with it. Sure, if you wanna get up when you're accepting your award, Will Smith, and make a couple of Chris Rock jabs, go nuts.
Yeah,
like he opened the gate. But to walk up on stage, smack the guy, and even when he slapped him and he walked back all kind of cocky, nobody knew. Like, is this real? And then when he started screaming, that was when you were like, okay, this is clear. Like, because he was fucking mad. And it's just like, that was what made everybody really uncomfortable, was when he started fucking screaming out, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Do you think that has been bottled up over years for him?
Well,
do you think it has anything to do with the fact that his wife is banging more dudes than him?
I would think most of it from that. Like the bottled up thing, I know a lot of people have said that Chris Rock has made jokes about them in the past, and maybe there was some animosity there. I wouldn't expect Will Smith to be that petty, because again, it wasn't like he was really digging into her. Like he made a joke, and then because she boycotted the Oscars in like 2016, saying Oscars so white because it was only white actors nominated or something like that. And he made a joke. He's like, well, yeah, you don't have to come. Nobody really invited you.
That kind of goes to the whole Hollywood in general is just kind of not really the thing anymore. Wow. Nobody really cares as much about the whole famous Hollywood actor scene as people used to.
Yeah, well,
and I think like a lot of people who like it's a younger generation coming up, and younger generations are being brought up by YouTubers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's a big role in that as well. Like,
yeah, I think that is definitely a part of it, but I also think it's just it's that like people still care about that, but just with Hollywood, they've always been chasing that woke trend.
Yeah,
and it's like anybody who has any, I don't care what cause you're behind. There is a point where this is something I support, to whereas this is something I'm trying to ram down your fucking throat.
Hollywood's
and I think
so political, though.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right,
but it's very, very left,
and they're scandalous.
It's always going super woke. Everybody's got to be. I mean, look at Will Smith's kids. Like, who hasn't want to slap both of those two fucking goons? They
don't even have talent.
They don't. And like Jaden Smith is always popping off with some fucking existential thoughts that he just thinks are too important to fucking let disappear. So
like he's riding off his dad's coattails 100%.
Oh God, yes.
And that's it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I mean. I think so. I think what you're saying is true, but I think it's because of they're so woke that it's it's like a vegan that's telling you why you shouldn't eat meat, you're like, shut the fuck up. I have no problem
Well,
if you
we
want
all
to
know
eat.
that that's your favorite type of person.
Well,
to be
that's what I
around.
mean. I got no problem with what your diet plans are, but don't start telling me why I have to follow that. Same thing with the whole wokeness.
Yeah.
I get it. Accept everybody, love everybody, cool. But once you're like beating me down because I said a phrase that somehow, could be construed as insulting to somebody, it's like, well, fuck, deal with it.
Can we also take a moment to appreciate how terrible that slap was? Man, like
It was, that was the only reason I thought it might be a stunt, because that looked like a fucking real flagrant slap.
like we can watch this here quick.
Oh, yeah, man. Like,
And
he really, like, kind of
I can say that
had, like, this hip twist thing.
it's probably not even going to be on here.
Go to the
anymore.
Independent one. It's the Will Smith slap from the Independent. It shows the whole unedited thing, but it seemed like a very odd slap. It didn't really seem like it rocked him all that much. And I think, after he did this, and everybody kind of got in that weird thing, and then he goes up. Yeah, the Guardian right there.
Oh, I have to go back here.
But the Guardian one.
That one right there.
No, just over.
one.
Yeah, right there.
You know who's got the hardest
Yeah.
job tonight? Harvey and goddamn and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win.
See, he makes a joke about Penelope Cruz. She just laughs it off like a fucking normal human being.
Yeah.
And look, there's the eye roll. Will's laughing, and Chris is like, "Oh, come on, that was a nice one." Like,
I'm out here. Oh, Richard.
and just look at this fucking hip twist thing,
Wow.
and just hear the crowd goes
Smith just smacked the shit out
a
of him.
little silent, but nobody knows. And that's when people are like, "Oh shit."
It was a G.I. Jane joke. I'm going to, okay? So I could go.
Man, like
It just makes me wonder.
that was
With-
like if somebody's gonna do something like that and I want to make a statement,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go up there and like half-ass bitch slap somebody. I'm gonna grab him by the collar and throttle him a
Yeah,
couple
man.
times.
Like, I get it, but it, like, obviously they're on stage and it's at the odd. You couldn't just kick the shit out of them. But I mean, the slap itself is fucking way
Well,
over the
you-
line
I mean,
already.
there's
You
nothing
could.
more, I want to say embarrassing than getting slapped out by a grown man as a grown man.
No, it's
But
definitely
unless
thing
you're
is-
getting
respectful
slapped
thing.
out by a naked grown man.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah, naked ninja. What's up?
The thing is you look at, and this is what makes me wonder about this whole thing. All the training that Will Smith, like Ali and
Yeah.
like every action movie
Oh yeah,
he's been in,
Bad
like,
Boys, all this other
and then
shit.
he comes out and he fucking bitch slaps a 74-pound Chris Rock and doesn't even phase him.
No, didn't even.
So that's what makes me think maybe this was kind of staged.
Fair enough.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, do I think it was? Probably not. But
No.
you got a guy like Will Smith, he's got to be what, 6'6", 250
Yeah, I
pounds.
don't know
And
if
he's
he's
a
6'6".
I don't like 6'3" or something like
whatever.
that.
He's a
But yeah, he's a
man.
big guy. He's much bigger
Like,
than Chris
look at
Rock,
this
for sure.
Look at this look on his face right after though. Watch this. Looks like he's trying to hide a smile.
Well, he's definitely.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, he's walking back with that cocky swagger, like,
Yeah.
I just got him.
But
But this is why I don't believe it was staged, because like I said, like, Will is catching a lot of flack for this. The only guy that came out of this whole thing, I mean, unscathed isn't really the word, but Chris Rock, he had a stand-up show the next night in Boston, and he got like a 20-minute standing ovation before he even opened his mouth.
Oh,
because
really?
people were because people, like, his tour sold out instantaneously everywhere now. He even addressed everybody saying, like, I don't actually have any jokes about this. I did have a whole show prepared before it happened last night. So he said, I'm going to take some time. He's definitely got to address it. I mean, that's his fucking job. He's
I
a
think
comedian.
they both publicly made statements on social media
Yes.
about
Yeah.
apologizing to each other and everything like that. But
Well, that's another thing, though, that really pissed me off about this. When Will gets up and he gives that speech, right, and he's talking about love,
I'm a
and-
protector and-
protect all this bullshit, and people are clapping. He gets a standing ovation. what do you guys think? Is it almost a second slap in the face that he apologized to the Academy, his fellow nominees, everybody else there but Chris Rock? Is that a second slap in the face?
I think that's a bigger bitch move by him.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it's
he's
almost double what you just did, because now
if you're gonna go up there and do something like that, fucking
at least stand behind it,
mean it, and own it. Like, yeah, he said that. I got pissed off, so I slapped him.
Yeah. Well, see, like I said, yeah, I would agree with you that I would at least understand that more. But when he goes and apologizes to everybody else in the fucking building, he's clearly understood that what I did was wrong. It wasn't okay. But then to not apologize to Chris right away and then send out a fucking tweet the next day going, oh, violence is poisonous.
What a fucking role model.
Right? Oh, man, I read this one take. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you guys remember him?
Yeah.
Basketball player for the Lakers. He wrote like a fucking scathing fucking essay on this. Like how not only did he slap a guy, like he slapped Chris Rock. It was two black men, in a violent altercation at a very fancy... thing, which kind of, lowers the bar. But then Will Smith, because he's been a movie star for so long, a lot of young black kids look up to him. He's kind of a hero. And then that takes his shine away because he just fucking lost his cool and went physical on somebody. And it was like a really articulate, fucking well-worded, like he just wrote a whole thing. And I read the whole thing and I was like, man, that was a beautiful and intellectual takedown of this whole scenario. And it was true. Because like you said, like, how would you feel if one of your fucking, heroes goes up and does something like this in the middle of the fucking world watching?
I mean, when I'm younger, sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
When I'm younger, I probably, if I'm looking up to somebody and I don't know the world the way I do now, yeah, it would probably upset me.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's like, I don't even give a shit anymore about like this kind of stuff. Like there's a war in Europe right now, and people are all over this shit. Like,
yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's all about the news cycle, right?
Way bigger things going on in the world, and
what it did do was it brought out all the washed up has-been celebrities to have a fucking opinion. Jim Carrey. Fucking, nothing against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he has been.
Yeah, when was the last time you heard anything about him?
20-some years ago, And,
what did Jim Carrey say about it?
Oh, he's totally against Will Smith.
Yeah, he went to the boards on Will. He was like, I was sickened by it. Everybody who stood up clapping for him after that is a fucking spineless coward. Yeah. He's like, I would have sued him for $200 million because he said, like, and I think that's a bit of a far stretch. I don't know if I would have gone that far, but he made a very good point that this is going to be hanging over Chris's career for the rest of his life now. Nobody's ever going to forget that time Will Smith slapped him at the Oscars, right? So that insult is going to be ubiquitous over his whole career from now on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he obviously has a reactive personality instead of more so being able to stop, think, and process everything.
Well, I think Chris played it 100% right, because there's even a point there where you hear him go, oh, I could, and then he just stops himself. He's a fucking professional comedian. It's Chris Rock. He's very funny. He's always been good at that. Yeah. He could have tore into Will Smith. He could have made this thing a fucking 100 times worse.
So I seen,
and he held his tongue, which I thought was the more
good
mature.
Old Will Smith, like that night at the after party, that he was reading something that said that it kind of like got sloughed off after that, and then he had some big fucking dance off to get jiggy with it. Like,
yeah, he was dancing to his own fucking music at the after party and shit.
Did you ever? I mean, I've never liked any of his music, and for him to be like how was that ever classified as rap?
It's hip-hop.
Teeny bop garbage.
Yeah, it's like
best.
Bubblegum hip hop.
As I go take the record off my wall in my bedroom.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Fucking what was it? Get Jiggy with It. And there was a couple songs that are decent, but yeah, Miami and shit. But is that not? I do agree with you. Is that not a super sad thing when you go and you win an award for the best actor, and then you're playing your own music at your party? Like,
you know what the thing is? I wanted to see that King Richard.
I did too.
I'm not a boycott guy.
I'm right there with you, man.
I don't know if I have an interest to see it anymore. Maybe when it comes on Netflix, I might watch it.
It's on Crave, and I have Crave, and I agree with you. I'm not one to really boycott shit. Like when fucking what's his head Kanye went and did his dick move to Taylor Swift. I didn't stop going like, I'm never listening to Kanye again.
I've never listened to Kanye.
If he comes on the radio, I'll listen to him. But it's just, I got to admit, I have been going around it.
To stall out on Kanye, I seen something the other day. The fuck's with him wearing rubber boots everywhere now and just dressing like a complete hobo?
I try not to get too involved with that. That guy's fucking crazy.
Because he was sitting courtside at the Laker game with a pair of fucking Arctic muck boots on, sweatpants, and a black hoodie pulled over his head.
What is with these people like Kanye and Taylor Swift that think that their fucking personal life and their drama is relevant in anybody else's life?
Well,
Kanye
Taylor Smith makes a lot of money off of whining about guys that she broke up with because they're famous, and she can, get some money off of that, which, granted, I'm not a fan of hers either. Kanye, though, he's different. Like he's
an
when
duck,
have you ever seen Kanye ever where he hasn't mentioned how much of a genius he is and how he's the greatest artist of all time?
Fucking douchebag.
That's what I mean. Like every time I hear him talk, it's about how crazy smart he is. He's a genius. How he could fix the world if somebody would just give him $1 billion.
He has $1 billion.
I know he does. Why the fuck is he begging everybody else for shit?
Put out your own $1 billion and save the world.
Kanye doesn't know shit. The guy, if the world came to an end, if there was like no power, no food, no nothing, Kanye would be the first one to fucking die.
Oh, for sure, man. Are you kidding me?
The man doesn't even know where sandwiches live. How can he hunt or anything? Like,
well, and I think that's kind of what we're looking at with Will here. Will is such a guy who, we all know that stars, when they get into scandals and stuff, they generally don't have to face the same consequences you or I did. Like if we went and just slapped somebody, we're looking at charges, we're looking at whatever. And this was a guy who slapped another celebrity, obviously a much lower celebrity. Chris Rock isn't quite on the level of Will Smith.
Are you talking about like height or?
Everything really. But
whose career do you think is more relevant?
Well, I would say Chris Rock is probably. Like I said, he's got a fucking huge boost from this. I guarantee you there will be I think fucking 3 Chris Rock specials in the next year on Netflix. I think Chris Rock came from less than what Will Smith came from.
Oh, for sure.
And Chris Rock built himself up to what he is. Mm-hmm. And Will Smith played a character on a TV show. Yeah. And then thought he was a musician, thought he was like God's gift to everything.
Well, yeah, like I just think that he is obviously dealing with some shit. And a lot of people are talking about how it's Jada's fault. Now, I don't know if I'd go as far as it's her fault, because he could easily get out of that. I think, though, that if you look at all the shit that he's been going through with her, that's definitely playing a huge factor in this kind of shit.
Like, clearly, like everybody in the world is affected by shit like that. Like, I've gone through it. I'm sure you've gone through it. Yeah. I know Mike's gone through it. Yeah. He's busy sending out a tweet right now. Hashtag podcasting with the boys.
Hashtag cuck Will.
Hashtag fuck Will.
I was curious to see what Chris Rock was net worth, and what
he's
Will
like.
Smith.
What, 25 mil?
60
mil,
and Will Smith
with 400. Oh, is it? Oh, well, must have gone down a bit in the last little while. I thought he was at like 400.
It's like Tiger Woods losing his Nike sponsorship.
I mean, and another one that just popped up when I did that was Dave Chappelle. I thought he'd be worth a lot more than.
No, he's only like 50. Million. Yeah.
Did you know that Tiger Woods is coming back to play in the Masters?
Yeah. Seen that.
Well.
After having, like, they're talking about amputating his leg after his accident.
Yeah, really. I hadn't heard too much about that.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Now, that's something that should be coming up in the media.
Oh, for sure. But, I mean, everybody's still talking about this shit. But, like I said, like, I think
we should put, like, Will Smith and Chris Rock on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
I missed that show so much.
Didn't you hear fucking, what's it said? Jake Paul, of course, he had to fucking get in on this. He said, I'll offer them each $15 million or something like that. Which, I mean, for Chris, that's probably a lot of money. For Will, probably, he's like, I could do a commercial and get that.
So what do you think for, like to deviate a little bit away from that, but with, the UFC, with Nate Diaz wanting a release and possibly fighting Jake Paul, and then that Patty the Baddie wants to fucking go at Jake Paul.
Well, everybody wants to go Jake Paul. They're all fucking. They're searching for the money.
Jake Paul. I'll call him out right now. Fuck it. I'd pay me $50 million and I'll fucking come duke it out with you in the ring.
I'll slap him like Will.
$700,000 and I'll fucking go with you.
Give me $50,000. I'd beat that guy up in a parking lot.
It's just funny how like everything in nowadays, like it's just the stupidest shit is making people mega rich.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you know, like 20 years ago, if somebody would have said, "You're gonna fucking see on the internet, and then people are gonna get famous by having an opinion on the internet." Mm-hmm. And then they're gonna, stage fights and fake fights and this and like, fuck. I wish.
You've gained some Facebook fame from your opinions on the internet, haven't you?
So famous, I'm not even on it.
I'm rolling in it right now.
Yeah.
No, but you probably
know if Facebook bans were currency, I'd be fucking Oprah.
You probably have the record for most Facebook bans.
You'd be Bill Gates up in this bitch.
I guarantee I probably have the record for most Facebook bans of anyone we know.
So you know how things get bottled up and stuff like that, and then you have to express them. Now this is Mike's now Facebook.
There you go.
It is. Yeah. I can't get banned from this yet.
Well, no, fuck that. But we can do whatever we want.
I get what you're saying though, because back when we were young, they had celebrities fighting, but it was like
Screech.
It was people who had fucking ruined their careers with their meth habits and fucking
Screech and his gigantic wang.
Tanya Harding and fucking shit like that. Like it was considered like the Jerry Springer type shit, and they were maybe making a couple of grand. Joey Buttafuoco fighting fucking
$30 million in a fucking.
We should have like Jerry Springer Regina edition.
Well, God, I mean, I think you could get a lot worse than Jerry Springer if you were doing the Regina edition.
Oh yeah,
it'd be more like bum fights. You guys remember that one?
Yeah,
the old bum fights.
Yeah. Who's gonna win, this ham sandwich or this homeless man?
Yeah, we're gonna put a set of Air Jordans here and watch these kids go at it.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. Is once a guy gets so famous, it's almost like he's immune to this shit, and I think that, along with the whole Jada thing, is playing in Will's head. And you guys saw that.
It's all attention. Attention gets you money in Hollywood.
Yes. But do you guys saw that Red Table Talk they did where she admitted that she was fucking around on him?
I heard about it.
But I heard about it.
Okay. Well, basically, I think it's her show or something like that. And he comes on and they start.
Has a show?
Yeah, well, it's like an internet show, so it's not like a real show.
Oh, Casting Couch. Okay, yeah. Like home edition.
Yeah. Hip Hop Wives.
But MTV Cribs.
But yeah, she talks to him about it, and they're going off, and everybody who watched it, that's why he became such a meme off of that one. That face he made. You can just tell he's so disappointed, and she's sitting there going like, "I didn't do anything wrong," and yet she's still kind of like,
well, she rules the roost.
Oh,
right?
she does, man. She totally does.
For a guy that is, for lack of a better term, but powerful.
Yeah,
like Will Smith he's a power figure in the world,
unfortunately,
right? But
we'll see how long it lasts.
For him to be as successful as he was, and to be as prominent as he was, and to be as famous as he is, and he's got
that, with how many women that would be, all over that. And you got this one who's like, I'm gonna go fuck this 24-year-old fucking rapper you've never heard of.
Yeah.
How am I gonna top the spotlight from Alec Baldwin?
Oh God, yeah. Did you see all those memes? I didn't see him making jokes about Alec Baldwin's wife. I thought that was a pretty funny one. But we're gonna take a break real quick here, and we'll be right back after this word from the Oscars.
What did the five fingers say to the face?
Smack me, huh?
Unity.
Though.
When we're back, by the way. Already.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay. Well, let's talk about that. How, Will Smith's career since this is obviously taken a lot of fucking heat, and of course, now have you ever seen these videos of when a celebrity comes out, say Kevin Spacey or something like that, when that happened, and it showed all these people who tried to warn us about Kevin Spacey, and then it goes back through all his career of people who are like, I don't like this guy, he's kind of a creep, da-da-da-da-da. Well, they're doing that with Will, and one of the big things that came out is, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, he slapped some Italian comedian who he pretends to be like a paparazzi guy at red carpets, but he grabbed Will and he was giving him the double kiss, but he just kept kissing him and he wouldn't stop.
Really?
And Will
Like a
finally kind of
Sacha
pushed him
Baron
away and
Cohen
said,
type of skit.
yes, pretty much exactly that. And he pushes him away and he's like, hey, man. And he gives him like a little backhanded 2-finger slap. Now, that guy kind of deserved it because he's like grabbing him and won't let him go. Like, go to the... Well, here, it's right there. It said Will Smith slaps reporter. Right there. Top of the list there. Yeah, see this one. I don't think this was nearly as bad. And of course,
we
there's
get to
a
watch the
fucking commercial. Thanks,
That's
YouTube.
a nice shower head.
That is, yeah. Windsor Salt.
Oh, the best.
Windsor Salt could sponsor us for advertisements on YouTube.
No, a word from Windsor Salt. But yeah, see, he slapped this guy, and I wouldn't even really call it a slap. It. See, this guy comes in, he kisses him, and he's trying to hug him, and he's like, what the fuck, man? Gives him a little like dead finger.
Well, it's safe to say he's graduated to open hand strikes.
Yeah, no, he definitely got that one.
So we were going to put together a list of people that Will Smith should have slapped.
Yeah, well,
Or should.
Yeah.
Or
Anybody who deserved it a hell of a lot more than Chris Rock for some fucking lame joke about his wife's hairline.
Well, I think one, for starters, is his son.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he should
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
That little fucker
Man.
should get
be
the old
smacking
back.
that Karate Kid around the place.
This is how we do.
Nothing
is
like
how we do.
condoning Will Smith's violence for this episode.
Well, at least focus it in the right direction. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, his kids, like Willow, I don't know too much about. She hasn't really, other than that, I whip my hair back and forth thing.
She's probably just embarrassed as hell right now.
Well,
I would be if I was
mean,
What the fuck does she care? She's got a bajillion-dollar trust fund with her
she's
name on it.
She's
Yeah.
totally comfortable. I know she came to the fucking Oscars with her head shaved too to support her mom. Which, I mean, again, it's alopecia. She's not dying of cancer.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
alopecia.
sure the kids that are in the children's ward at the hospital with going through chemo.
Yeah, I'm
really
sure they're like
appreciate
poor
that.
Jada.
Yeah.
You know, what a
Yeah.
rough life she's
Yeah.
living. She's got a tiny little bald spot in her head. Must
Yeah.
be tough. How about the guy that's banging his wife, August Anlin or something like that? I can't
Which one?
remember. Well, yeah, that I don't know how many guys there were, but
At one time, or
be nice if you fucking got a little anger towards him. You know, like, the guy was living at his house.
There's a
and-
guy. There's
and
a guy with initials that are JT. I think that should happen too.
J. Trudeau.
You're talking about Justin Timberlake? Fuck you, man. What did he ever do?
No, Justin Timberlake's probably the most wholesome dude ever.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
I
he's-
love JT.
He's a relevant celebrity.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Like, he actually gives back to the community, and he actually like helps people smile.
Shout out JT. What's up, buddy?
What's up, bro?
Sup, dog?
Yeah, but I think you're talking about Justin. But I think I don't think Will should be that's just the elites getting to have fun. I think there should be a lineup to slap that fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah.
You know, from every Canadian that went into the trucker convoy should be well ahead of Will.
Yeah.
You know, Will doesn't have any real reason to be mad at him.
Careful
other
what
than-
you say; they'll freeze your bank account.
Yeah, no
Fuck that.
doubt.
Freeze my bank account. I don't even have any money.
Have you seen our setup?
Yeah, man. I ain't Will Smith. I don't get to fucking slap people at the Oscars.
We found this in the Loris bin behind like
I can't even go to the bank machine and take money out. I only got $19 in there. I can just go visit it.
yeah, exactly.
Wave at it through the window. That one's mine.
See this receipt that says insufficient funds?
Well, it's funny that we bring this up because a lot of people said that if it was somebody else there, would he have reacted the same way? Like, say The Rock was
man.
hosting the Oscars. Would Will Smith have gone up and slapped him?
Oh, because he would have got the people's elbow.
Yeah, The Rock would have fucking cocked an eyebrow.
And The Rock would have started off with "Finally."
Yeah, finally, The Rock has come back to the Oscars.
Has he ever
Fucking
been to the
rock bottom?
Oscars? I don't think so. Oh man,
Oh, yeah, he's been to the Oscars, sure.
probably rock bottom him right there.
When that whole La La Land thing happened,
Oh, yes.
there's very famous pictures of like the audience reactions, and The Rock was all, "What?
How did he do it?
You?"
Oh,
He,
okay.
he had both eyebrows up,
Okay.
which is a rarity for him. But yeah, no, I'm just saying. Okay, so obviously, if it was like a guy not quite as like, say Kevin Hart, there's a comedian, Very short guy, very small.
You'd have to get on his knees for that one.
Stature. Well, he could have kneed him in the face.
He could have come down real hard on him.
Would have walked past and accidentally.
But would he have? Do you think he would have? Do you think it was because of the whole animosity between them, if it existed, or was it just?
Do you think there was underlying animosity there?
I don't think there was, because everybody saw, and I know Will came out later and said he was laughing at something before that joke. But if you look at the timing, he is laughing at that joke. And even if he didn't like it, even if it was like, you know, one of those where I have to laugh it off because I'm on TV, you clearly see Jada give it the whole fucking eye roll, death stare, and then fucking it cuts away.
Did you see the look on her face too? Like, I'm way better than everybody here. Look on her face. Oh yeah,
she's like a Yoko Ono, man. Like she's tearing down. Like, because I've never really hated Will Smith in any capacity. I thought he was great, you know. I mean, granted, some of his movies as of late haven't been, you know, Gemini Man. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Nah.
Nobody did. But she just seems to be like fucking eroding this guy away. And I always kind of saw it as the whole thing with like her stepping out on him, them having problems. Will Smith just seems to me like a guy who is just trying to stay with his wife of 25 years and hold the family together. And he's got these extra woke kids that are just terrible. He's got a wife that seems like a real see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, real.
And he's just trying to, you know.
Are they even woke kids?
They're they're fucking in dreamland, man. They're
well, the boy there. What's his name? Jaden. He's
awful.
A mouthpiece.
He is awful, man. Like, you know what? If you can fucking see if you can find like a list of tweets from Jaden Smith and just how fucking ridiculously pompous they are. It's unbelievable. But yeah, no, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, things somebody has to look up on their phone.
Yeah.
Why can't I got it here? Why can't Will Smith use his super duper star power to find Putin and just reach out and smack that fucking donkey?
Oh, because Putin would bitch slap the shit out of Will Smith. There's a guy who's clearly more powerful than fucking Will.
Who's that?
Putin.
Oh.
I mean, I can understand the reason you'd want
of worms right there, man.
You'd want to fucking slap Putin, but
like that's a whole nother bag of worms. Like some of his tweets too, they don't even make sense. And then he posts like a selfie with it, with like him like pondering off into the distance, like he's like he matters, or like he's some sort of prophet.
Okay, well this is what like here's a Jaden Smith tweet. If a bookstore never runs out of a certain book, does that mean that nobody reads it or that everybody reads it? Like,
oh man,
that's changed.
What are you fucking talking? It means the guy running the bookstore knows what to fucking do when he needs new inventory. Yeah. That's all that means, you know. But this is what I mean. This is what this kid does. I'd
wager that kid's never stepped into a bookstore.
Oh God, fucking he's reading something. He's fucking indoctrinated.
Remember when he tried to launch his own rap career and just got shut down immediately?
Man. They all tried to do that shit. And like I said, it's just a bunch of kids that are spoiled beyond imagination and are famous, you know, ipso facto because their dad is, you know.
You know who?
Oh, my dad made shitty rap music. So.
Yeah, so maybe I could.
You know who? Instead of The Rock, you know who would I think that would have been devastating if he slapped on stage? Ludacris. Oh man,
Ludacris.
50 Cent.
50
well, no, like Ludacris, I think would beat the shit out of 50 Cent.
You think so?
Oh yeah, for sure. Ludacris is like a huge MMA he trains jiu-jitsu.
What's that? That's true. That dude, the black guy, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Oh
yeah.
God, yeah. Man. Terry Crews. What a robot slapped him.
Or that Michael J. White.
Michael J. White, yep.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, he would have spin kicked him into the fucking front row.
How about
he would have put him up in the balcony.
Or Hafthor Bjornsson.
Oh yeah. Hafthor Bjornsson. Did you guys see that fight?
I watched, that was like the slowest punches I've ever seen in my life. But I can't say anything bad about either of them because they both stepped in the ring with two like the most monsters of the world.
Yeah, but I will say that Eddie Hall really didn't fucking take it seriously. Eddie Hall didn't even train with a boxing coach.
No.
Like at least Bjornsson there, he fucking like he didn't look like a great boxer. He's never going to make a career out of it, but at least he was working the jab and coming over, whereas Eddie was just winging Big right hooks for the whole fucking fight.
You know, apparently there's rumors of Hafthor fighting Martin Ford.
Well, that's because that Iranian Hulk guy is apparently just a photoshopped goof.
I don't know. I saw the stand. Did you watch the?
I did. Yeah, the standoff thing.
Who wins in a fight, Will Smith or Hezbollah?
I don't know who Hezbollah is.
Hezbollah. Well, Hezbollah is better trained, but Will Smith has got the reach
and the height. Yeah,
and the height.
You don't know who Hezbollah is?
Hezbollah is like
he's
a little
this little 3 foot tall, 19-year-old Russian dude. Like he has some disease that.
Yeah, he's got like dwarfism or something like that.
He sounds like a cartoon. Mm-hmm. I watched some interview with him yesterday.
Yeah, well, he's trained, but he's more of a. They did make him fight. Yeah, see, Martin Ford versus the Iranian Hulk. Yeah, the Iranian Hulk is like, nowhere near the size that he should be.
What's the height on Martin Ford again?
I think he's like 6'6".
I think he's like 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Like he is a monster.
Well, but this Iranian Hulk guy, if you look at him, like...
Is that the guy that just got fucking...
Yeah, that just got thrown across the fucking room.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. If you look at it, like, apparently the guy's family disowned him. And...
Which guy? The guy that got hammered?
Yeah, the guy that just got hammered. Because if you look at his, like, Instagram pictures, there's... Like, he looks massive. Like, look, just go down. Like, yeah, okay, sorry, go to the left there. Left, sorry.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, if you look at the picture of that.
Oh, that's that Photoshop guy, for sure.
That's what I mean, but that's what they say he looks like. And then he gets across from Martin Ford. And I mean, he looks like a big guy,
look
sure.
At Martin Ford.
Yeah, Martin Ford is a beast. He's a fucking monster. But that's what I mean. Like, I think the whole thing was a bad idea for this Iranian Hulk guy.
Look up the height of Martin Ford and the weight.
I think he's at least 6'6". He's something like 280. 280, 300, somewhere around there.
Oh, he's got to be more than 280. He's got to be at least 350.
Oh, but he's really cut, though.
He is really lean.
He's a very lean dude.
But I think he's definitely over 3 bills.
You think? I mean, he might be. I think I noticed like that they were saying.
Hafthor, when he was in strongman, he was 6'9",
yeah,
440 pounds.
Yeah, but when he was boxing, he was only what, like 320?
He cut over 100 pounds.
Yeah,
he was like 325.
Well, that's what I mean. And Martin Ford's not quite as big as him.
6'8".
Martin Ford is 6'8",
yeah. And he weighs in at 23 stone.
23 stone.
So that's like 60 pounds.
No, it's 14 times 23. What's that?
It'd be like 300 and change.
Sorry, 23 stone.
No, it's like 40-some pounds.
322. Okay.
That's a big fucking man.
That is a big...
Yeah,
well, like I said...
Martin Ford is a monster.
Well, that's the whole reason they did this, because that whole Eddie Hall and Bjorn thing, like, those guys are beasts. And I mean, Eddie Hall's not really tall, but he's a fucking mountain, right?
Yeah.
And that was kind of the similar thing here. It was... The Iranian Hulk was supposed to be this big dude, and he's not. Like, he's a big guy, but he's nowhere near the fucking Photoshop level that they had him
he
at.
fucking ragdolled that Iranian Hulk.
Well, that's why they called the fucking Iranian Hulk guy called off the fight. He's like, I'm gonna be made to look like a complete fucking.
What's the Iranian Hulk stats?
Well, you can't really believe him. Let's take a look at that. I think he was billed at something like 350 or something like that.
350, and he's what, 6'2", maybe?
I don't even think he's that tall.
So here's Martin Ford
6'2", 390 pounds.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's training beside Eddie Hall.
Beside Eddie. That obviously before he lost the weight for the fight.
Yeah.
He's just crushing.
He's looking
happy meal.
He's just fist and ham into his face.
Like, if Martin Ford fights Hafthor, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Hafthor.
I'd be interested in that, because Martin Ford actually, like,
I think
took
Martin
this shit
Ford
seriously.
is going to fucking tool him.
You think so?
Yeah.
He does look like he's got much better form.
Oh,
like,
he trained.
and
Martin
he's got
Ford
the size.
trains like he trains so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a pretty agile man. It's 6'8",
yeah.
300.
Like, look at that guy move
He's
at
a beast,
6'8".
man. He's an app. Why? And what did they call him? The scariest man alive or something like that? Because he's all tatted up and he just looks crazy mean.
Thor is not that fast.
That's what I mean. Like, when I watched the Eddie Hall fight there, Thor was like, you were right. They're both super slow, but I mean, they're both huge dudes. They're not gonna move real fast.
When he's using an Austin Mini as a speed bag, and he's holding it up with one arm.
He's training like Rocky. He's got the side of beef, but he's taking bites out of it in between punches. Like, fuck yeah. No, it was an interesting fight, but I mean, like I said, Hafthor actually took it seriously. He had a boxing coach, he had a nutritionist, he did all this shit. Eddie definitely slimmed down for it, but he didn't train with a boxing coach. He just kind of said, well, I know how to throw a punch. And I mean, like, that's the most ridiculous thing.
I think that was just a money thing, like a Jake Paul fight.
Oh, of course it was.
But the two strongest men on earth, both.
I think they're all money fights now. Like, there's no.
Pretty much, man.
Like, this is the new celebrity A-list right here.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like we said in the beginning here, Josh, when you said that, you know, this new generation of people, it's YouTube stars, it's people from reality shows.
Yeah, here's Hafthor. Look how slow he is. He's not.
Yeah, but at least he's pumping that jab, man. At least he's got a jab working.
Like, love to get a death, but. Martin's definitely up on him, but he is a monster. I bet he's got an iron jaw, though. I bet he can take a punch.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. A big guy like that, big head, that beard, fucking probably takes 60 pounds of pressure easy. Well, because he's fighting this Larat guy. Isn't he like a world famous arm wrestling champion?
I don't know.
Devin Larat, I think. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. He's like one of the best arm wrestlers in the world, and fucking Hafthor just crushed him. But I mean, look at the size difference. I'm sure this Larat guy's awfully strong, but
that tribal tattoo probably adds like 40 psi to a punch.
Oh yeah,
exactly. That's why you get him.
Now
that's why you got him down both arms.
If you want to go monster versus monster, I think Martin Ford versus Pudzianowski would be a fucking.
Pudzianowski.
He used to be.
Oh yes. Pudzianowski, didn't he fight in MMA?
Yeah, he was. He won World's Strongest Man.
Igor next year. Pudzianowski or Ivan.
Something
like that.
I'm gonna look it up here. The man is a freak.
There you go, Pudzianowski MMA right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a massive dude.
Oh yeah,
he was really short for a strong guy.
I'd put Butterbean over.
No way.
Butterbean, he's got some fucking power, man.
Butterbean in his prime.
Yeah. Well, Butterbean, I think the thing that would have been hardest about fighting Butterbean, he had no fucking neck. How are you supposed to turn a chin on a guy who doesn't have a neck?
He's just all head.
He's just 100%
all
head.
No
just
shaft.
Like turtle sticking out, just fucking put inside his little shell there.
I'm messed up there.
And I mean, he definitely fucking knocked out Johnny Knoxville. So, I mean, he's for real.
I feel that's a...
Mariusz Pudzianowski.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know if that's Russian or not, but...
It's some kind of Eastern European, that's for sure. Pudzianowski.
He kind of has a Putin look to him, actually.
It's Putin on the weekends.
Steroid Putin.
He's
a big dude, but he's pretty old right now, isn't he? Because I think when he got in MMA, he was like over 40.
He was fast in the ring. He wasn't the best by any means, but for a big man...
Oh, yeah, he could move. I think if you really want to do monster, like get fucking Brock Lesnar to fight Bjorn or something like that.
Brock Lesnar would beat the shit out of Bjorn.
I'm talking about a boxing match.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Brock's not that great with his hands. Fuck, he looks really small compared to what he used to.
Lesnar is insanely fast and athletic. And
he's very fast and athletic, but he's a wrestling guy. He's very bad at stand-up, which is why Cain Velasquez dropped his ass.
Like, he won World's Strongest Man, and then he just goes in the ring and just beats the shit out of these guys.
Oh, man. What do you think the guy going up against him thinks? Like, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all right, you can either fight this guy or a shaved bear. He's like, what the fuck is the difference? Just look at him, just fucking monkey clubbing him. Just, rah. Oh, just, yeah. The ref's even scared to fucking pull him off. He's like, dude, you're going to murder him.
Or get, like, in their prime, I think this guy versus Boss Rudin would be a wicked fight.
Oh, Boss Rudin would whoop his ass.
Think so?
Boss Rudin, yeah, because Boss Rudin's one of those guys, like, at his prime, man, you couldn't hurt him. He was
I go with, I could agree with Joe Rogan and say, in his prime, nobody's beating Mike Tyson ever.
No.
In boxing?
Not in his prime, no.
Not even Ali? I would probably agree with you on that one. I think
fighter ever. He was. I think
so
Tyson
was so fast and powerful. Like Ali had the dancing, and he was definitely fast. But Tyson was just, he'd get in there and
yeah, that's the thing. Like, he
one
was so
clip
fucking dangerous.
He was, man. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. This went from Will Smith to, like...
Well, we're talking about
fighting.
famous fighting now. Like,
Yeah.
let's...
People who are actually relevant.
You know who I'd like to see fight at the Oscars next year?
Oh, man.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly.
I'd like to see someone knock that fucking clown out.
Oh, man, that's on the list of things Will Smith should slap.
He should definitely slap Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, my God.
Well, fuck, didn't Conor McGregor get into a thing with him a little while ago?
Oh,
yeah, when he was still on his broken leg or whatever.
Yeah, well, because he asked for like a photograph, and I don't know, Machine Gun Kelly's not a fan.
Well, he made something. He made a comment. I think he slid into Megan Fox's DMs, and I think that's what happened there.
Oh, okay, could have been. I could see that. McGregor thinks he fucking owns the world.
Yeah, he does.
I
think that. I don't.
I hate that guy.
I think Will Smith should slap him.
I would love to see Will Smith hit him with a car, but that's just me. I don't like Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I don't follow MMA anymore. Like the last fight I think I really watched was Chael Sonnen in the Spider.
Oh yeah,
that was the last when I was really like.
And you're a pretty avid follower of MMA.
Oh, huge, man! That's the only sport I do follow. I love that stuff. But yeah, no, that was I used to hate Chael Sonnen because he was such a dick. Yeah. But he's such a clever guy that he won me over eventually. Like he has
I'd
really
like to see
the
great podcast.
The Diaz brothers are pretty douchey.
They're very douchey, but they're both very, very good fighters.
That's true.
They are both very good. Like they're.
I'd like to see Will Smith slap the A&W guy. I don't like that guy with his grass-fed beef.
That grass-fed
not the
beef
bear.
Shit.
That annoying old
bear
man.
would kick his ass. It's a bear.
Will Smith is not slapping out a tuba playing bear.
I mean, the power and the talent to fucking play with those claws, man. That's hard shit. But
I think that should be his entrance song, though.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Of course, that's his entrance song. You know? He's fucking coming out with tubs of gravy and poutine and shit like that. Fucking
like
teen burger in both hands.
It's like Homer Simpson when the guy tries to punch him in the stomach and his fist just disappears in the fat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that would.
Who's one guy you would not ever want to step in the ring with?
Oh God, there's tons.
But the most fearsome guy.
I think. Well, Tyson. Obviously, I mean, even today, I have no delusions
Tyson
that because he's
on
old,
his deathbed, I still wouldn't even.
He'd still fight. Like he'd probably fucking hit you with the IV fucking thing that's rolling around or something. Like Tyson would fight dirty. We all know that. But I think today, if you ask me today, Francis Ngannou, the heavyweight champ of the UFC, like he is a huge man, and he got they had one of those like pressure pad things to test it. He has the hardest punching power ever recorded.
In the world? Or?
In the world.
Really?
Ever. Like, I don't know if anybody's broken it since.
Who is this guy? I've never, I haven't followed MMA in a long time. So.
Yeah, no, but they did, like, because they have this performance place in Vegas where they send fighters, and they did
He's one mammoth dude.
He is a mass, and he's fast, and he's gotten a lot better since
Did you see
Joe
this?
Rogan.
Joe Rogan's opinion of the best stare down ever in MMA.
Oh yeah, that's Vanderlei Silva and fucking Crow Cop.
Crow Cop looks like a fucking dangerous man.
Crow Cop was in an anti-terrorist unit. He was the leader of an anti-terrorist unit.
Crow Cop actually kills people
Eastern
for a
Europe. He's 100%
right here.
a murderer.
I'm going to turn this up.
Oh, I've seen this 100 times. Because Vandy was a really feared guy. So you look at him.
Mirko Krokop, who is the head of an anti-terrorist squadron in Croatia, and he's a real murderer.
Look at him, just staring him right down
he's
hard.
Fucking like. That's what I mean, man.
Talking about a different kind of fucking straight-up killer and an elite high-level kickboxer. So look at Krokop on the left.
Yeah, I see him.
See, that's the eyes of the guy who's killed someone with a knife.
Yeah, it's 100% true.
Look at that.
And Vandy was known for being like one of the scariest guys. People fucking shit themselves when they fought him. Crow Cop was not scared at all.
Who did win that fight?
Crow Cop.
Yeah.
Head kick. Left head kick to the head. Fucking dropped him.
And Crow Cop looked at him like he was dinner.
See right here. Left kick to the head. And
wound up head kicking him.
yeah, boof, douche, and Vandy's down.
And Silva is no slouch.
No, Vandy, like, and that was when he was like the Vanderlei Silva. He was the fucking middleweight champ of Pride for a long time. Very, very scary man.
If I was sitting down eating lunch at Subway or something like that, and Crow Cop was at the other side of the restaurant just staring at me, I would. That's probably the single only person in the world I would get up and leave.
Yeah, well,
you would give him your sandwich first.
Oh, fuck.
No, I would probably. Yeah,
I'd
like,
give
you
him,
better fucking
I'd give
wash.
my
I might
passwords
wash your
to my
car
fucking
for you.
bank account. Just please let me leave. Like, no, he 100%. Like, he's a great fighter and all that shit, but like, he was in the army, head of an anti-terrorist unit in Croatia. Like, this guy was a straight up. He has killed people with his bare hands. Like, not just, you know, I've been in a bunch of fights and I'm a tough guy, which Vandy is. He's a very tough man and he's nobody to be fucked with either. But Crow Cop, whoo, that's 100%. Joe Rogan was right. Different type of guy.
You look like there is no fear and half-assed no life in those eyes.
Yeah, he's that dead fish stare, man. Like,
Oh, man.
He looks like he killed someone with a knife.
Yeah, I guarantee he probably did it earlier that morning.
And I think Rogan said that was the first time that he's ever lost.
That Vandy, lost the stare down.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Because they called Vanderlei Silva the axe murderer, and like I said, he was known for being a very terrifying guy, like a Mike Tyson, like just. Power could just destroy you. He'd soccer kick the shit out of you if you were on the ground. You know, he had won a bunch of fights against very, very tough guys. And Crow Cop came in and was just like, I don't give a fuck who you fought. You know, I probably killed their grandfather. You know? So, like, yeah, it's a different level, right? Whereas, like, a guy like Tyson, even then, like, yeah, man, like, even now, he's still terrifying. Just that power, that speed. I don't.
You
he's what
50
something
to fight. What's his face there last year?
Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Like,
he looked like
man.
a fucking machine.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, he's older, and I'm sure he's lost a bit of the step and stuff, but he's still fucking terrifying, dude.
Still knows how to throw a punch.
I think Will Smith should take a lesson from these guys and actually like learn what real life is about.
Well, I just still wish that Chris Rock would have fucking started tearing into him with the comedy. But I think it was probably a better idea not to, because he kind of took the high road. He looks like the good guy.
For his career's sake, yes.
Yes, exactly. Like if he had started a fucking
Will
scuffle
Smith started
on stage.
fighting back on the streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah. He got in one little fight.
And his mom got scared.
Said, move in with your auntie and uncle.
No, you can't go slapping people when they say your wife has no hair.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back to fucking more celebrity deathmatch after this.
No sponsorships.
Oh, fuck.
A word from Windsor Salt.
And crabs.
Will Smith is bringing back the new toy Bop It.
Hold high.
Oh, and we're back.
And we're back. Right
after Sunshine has completed destruction of my bathroom.
Yeah.
This is
Testing the old plumbing.
Get rid of some Oscars footage.
You gave that toilet to fucking Will Smith.
Yeah, that's right.
The only thing is like you just took a piss.
A lot of struggling for a pee there.
I'm just saying. Chip and porcelain.
I think I can taste that. You should have left a fan on.
Ketchup and onions.
How's my
There's some all dressed chips in there.
my dying goat of a bathroom fan?
Oh yeah, that sounded like the wood chipper in Fargo.
So gross.
All right.
So this is a fight. I remember watching this one before.
But he did win the fight.
And
This guy that couldn't get through the ropes.
no, this guy right here.
Oh, Mark Kerr,
Yeah,
the smashing machine,
yeah,
and he gets beat by Fedor's brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just all casual.
Oh yeah, and he whooped the shit out of him too. But that's, like I said, that's Fedor's brother.
Man, come on, at least cover up if you're going to rush a fighter like that.
Yeah, so he pounced on him right off the bat there, and then it just turned into a.
Oh, he just got smoked. Fucking.
Fedor was a Was quite the fighter.
Well, Fedor was known as the best heavyweight in the world for a long time. That's his brother Alexei, though.
Okay, what was the other guy? Emelianenko?
Emelianenko, yeah, that's Alexei Emelianenko. Fedor Emelianenko is a better fighter, but Alexei was no slouch. But that's one of those ones that, you know, you look at Mark Kerr, he's built like fucking Brock Lesnar, right? You look at fucking Alexei, he's built like a guy at the fucking, you know, at Smitty's bar right now.
Okay, what was that guy's name?
Fedor Emelianenko?
No, the
Mark Kerr.
Mark Kerr.
The smashing machine, Mark Kerr. Yeah, that's Fedor. Fedor was good. He fought Krokop actually and beat him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he beat everybody. Well, everybody back in the day. This is before MMA became like really mainstream. This was back when like Pride was the thing.
What was that guy's name? Mark?
Mark Kerr. Kerr.
It's not even showing up.
I don't know if he ever fought Mark Kerr. He might have, but I don't remember. No, he fought Mark Coleman. Yeah, there's Mark Kerr right there, Smashing Machine.
Where?
Right there. That guy.
Oh, I know who he is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think he ever fought Fedor. But, yeah, they're actually making a movie about Mark Kerr. I think...
Really?
Yeah, they're supposed to be. Well, like, The Smashing Machine was a documentary they made about him, and he was a really big name for a while, and then he went down the road to, like, a lot of drugs and
okay,
a lot of shit that happened to him, and he had fucking...
who was the first one we watched?
The first guy there?
Yeah.
That was Alexei Emelianenko.
Oh, Alexei. Okay.
Yeah. No, Alexei. A.
Yeah, I fucked up. I think this is the funniest intro to a fight. Because Mark...
There you go. Alexei Emelianenko. There was a bunch there.
And, like Mark
Emelianenko, E-M.
Oh. No, I'm just going to see if
Alexei and Mark.
Okay, now I can smell your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you put that on the Killer Giants, Igor Vovchanchin versus Mark Kerr. Igor Vovchanchin, he was a good fighter too.
Oh, it's not coming up.
I think maybe that one you were watching, that wasn't Mark Kerr. That was somebody else. Yeah, I know that was Alexei Emelianenko though. But anyway,
I'm officially distracted now.
Yeah, you guys can keep yakking. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, no, just his shit smell it.
Yeah, that's. Like,
I closed the door. Calm down.
Yeah, I think you melted the door.
Yeah, well, you know, do something, you do it right.
How do you spell that? This is the most.
Emelianenko. I don't know. Just. It's Russian.
All I can smell is your shit right now, and that's all I can think about.
I'm 85% sure I have pink eye. Like I'm getting a twitch. Nope.
This is. Sorry.
What are you trying to find?
I want to see that stare down at the beginning of the fight, and then watch him.
The stare down. Oh, well, there. Alexander Emelianenko. Go down to that.
Oh my god, man, that's horrible.
Well, bust a window.
Oh fuck.
There you go. Right over there, the second one in.
Oh
that's it.
God.
Oh man.
Maybe we can get a sponsor from Dude Wipes or something.
Maybe a fucking Febreze sponsorship is in order for this place.
Imodium.
Like, I don't even have matches.
To reach our goals, we need to make
Oh my god.
Let's create a community that's sustainable for everyone.
Bro, I hope there's paint on my walls in there still. Like,
it's lead based, isn't it?
It could be with this old of a house.
I don't think it might smell, but it's not irradiating yet.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that must not be Mark Kerr. That's somebody else.
Now watch this stare down here.
Oh yeah.
And Alexei is basically just.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Well, that was the thing about the Emelianenkos. They were like those dead fisheye guys too. They're Russians, right? Like they don't. They're like, I had a harder time getting here.
This guy is just fucking,
he's trying to
He's
fucking
just rolling his eyes.
he's shaking. He's so he's just
like,
stared up at the lights.
He's like, oh, is this essay going to be done yet?
I think I'm gonna miss my flight home.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what's up?
Hey guys, I'm here. Shave my armpits for you.
Yeah, but those guys are like Russian mob.
Yeah,
Fucking hitters. Like, they don't give a fuck about this shit.
This is like, okay, we need some money for...
Yeah, like, look at him. Like, he looks like he's fighting for a sandwich.
He's just like, oh, my nose is itchy.
he looks like a guy I went to helicopter school with. He's just a huge stoner. I'm not even sure how he got a fucking helicopter license.
No.
Now he's just like, why is he not scared of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in right away. And then Emelianenko just basically just
he just pops him a couple of times.
Yeah. He's
Poof,
like,
poof, done.
Yeah.
He's out. Fucking, what was that, 30 seconds?
Not
The
even.
stare down was longer.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean. You can't. That was one of the things about these two. Like, you see guys like Brock Lesnar, these massive jack. Like even like Half Thor and Eddie Hall. Like, those guys look terrifying. But in a fucking MMA or even a boxing world, guarantee they ain't fucking rising to the top.
No.
They're just, they look great. They're very intimidating, but it's not always about that.
I think that fight should have been an MMA fight.
I mean, that would have been great, but I think they both knew that if it went that route, it was probably just going to be a lot of grappling, and they both just tire out.
Big sweaty bears just hugging each other.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Well, that's the thing. Like, most people, they just want to see the big knock. That's why those heavyweight fights are so enticing, right? Because you know that either one of those guys could land one, and the guy's fucking dead. So they're hoping.
What was that list we were talking about? We were going to make.
Guys that Will Smith should fight,
or sponsorship endorsement.
Like I said, he could bring out Bop It.
Movie roles he should play in.
Yeah,
Will Smith should be a spokesperson for Bop It.
I like that so much. Pog, slammers. We can call them slappers.
I miss those things. I still have them somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah.
I never got big into Pog. I remember them, but I never got huge into it.
Oh, we used to trade.
Like I said, Will Smith could be Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Watch him fucking hitting a lot of people.
He could be a new character on Street Fighter.
Balrog.
Somebody needs to Photoshop a picture of him holding a can of Twisted Tea.
Oh, how has nobody got that one out? Memes that we should bring out about him.
Hey, Chase. Yeah. We need that Twisted Tea.
The Twisted Tea one. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
That's a beauty. You should fucking make that one. The old Twisted Tea guy.
Yeah.
That was
I just seen that the other day. I was like, wow, what a throwback this was. Just fucking on YouTube. Or it was on Snapchat stories, and then all of a sudden, I was like,
you can't not watch it.
I forgot that happened.
It was so good, man. Fuck, I watched that the other day too. Fuck. Smack me, motherfucker. Smack me. Okay.
Sometimes you need some good reruns so you can tell like what I can say what I would have done in that situation. I watched so many of those like stupid street fights or those stupid arguments that turn into matches, and it's like, well, I would have done this. Well, I would have done this. Well, I would have done this.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, I watch street fights like all the time, and the thing that always surprises me. I don't want to know
what you do while you watch those.
Yeah, calm down there, big guy. That's only for a couple of them.
Probably what you did in my bathroom.
Yeah, take a big shower. But no, the thing that always got me is you see things like World Star and things like that. All these really tough street dudes, usually a lot of them are gang members, and 99% of them have no idea how to fucking fight.
Oh no.
Like they're doing this, they're throwing it like mantis style, they're bobbing and weaving and leaning
what was
back.
That? Was that in Bloodsport where that guy fought like this? And,
the kickboxer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
over exaggerated.
Yeah.
And he let the guy like kick him in the ribs like 50 times. He's like, come on, bang. There was that little black guy that kind of looked like Dalcium that was training chopping coconuts in a tree. You're just like,
old Dalzine.
I'm actually quite disappointed in the internet's response to that slap. There was there was some funny ones, but like I feel like the Twisted Tea smack got so much better memes and better.
Well, I think a lot of people just focused, like, they're all about how he's a cuck, right? Like, that's the thing that I've been seeing a lot of those memes. And I mean, I understand it. I still don't feel that I think he's just trying to hold on to his family together, to be honest with you. But
I was more so like talking about how the internet responds to so many different things, on how like photoshopping stuff into the slap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like nothing.
yeah, no, that's
I think
remember
if
you
Will
s-
Smith had a twisted T, Chris Rock wouldn't have got up.
I did see one where it showed Will like on the follow through, and it's next to like an old tube TV, and it's like, this is how my dad fixed the TV in the 80s. And it's just Will Smith giving it a big slap across there. I thought that one was pretty
That's
funny.
pretty good. Yeah.
That was pretty.
What's the what were you saying? There was some conspiracy that Chris Rock was wearing a cheek pad or something like that.
Yeah. Well, okay. So like the day after, people are going nuts
Yeah.
about it. And I saw that one of the radio stations in town had posted this on there. And well, here, I could probably search it up. They said that he was wearing a cheek pad, and you look at this photo and it's like so clearly fucking fake, which, it's if you just think for like half a second, you could see how bullshit it is. 'Cause one, it's at the Oscars, all right?
Yeah.
It's at the fucking awards for movies. If their fucking like makeup team was that bad that like it was clearly outlined on his face, you're like, what the fuck? Like, why would they even try to put that on?
Do you think that was planned, or do you think that was an actual?
I think it was actual. Let's see here, cheek pad. Yeah, right here. Pad. But like it was just so fucking ridiculously fucking photoshopped. And second of all, if that was a planned thing, like this is the picture. Look at his cheek. You see it? Like
It looks like his Chris Rock's cheek.
yeah, it looks like he's got a bit of puffiness around it, and you can see an outline. I'm just like, well,
maybe if Will Smith would have smacked Jada's ass like that,
yeah, she wouldn't have.
she
fucking
wouldn't have been gone outside the marriage
Yeah.
so many times.
After he waxes her head, does he give her a little? There you go. You're ready to go.
What say you, cue ball?
Like, don't get me
Let's
wrong,
get jiggy with it, bitch.
but I would kick Will Smith's ass if that's all he's got.
Oh God, like that.
Oh man,
That was the most fragrant. Like, just it was like he was in a movie. He had to fucking give that wind up, like it's like he's serving a tray of drinks.
yeah, right in a big bag of cookies. From
all in
Grandma's
your
basement.
hips.
Bend
Happy
and
Gilmore
snap.
time.
Bend
It
and
was
snap.
pretty ridiculous. But yeah, like the whole cheek pad thing. One, if it was so bad that you could see it in a picture, that's pretty terrible fucking, like, special effects people. And two, what the fuck is a cheek pad gonna do? Like, it's fucking this
Well,
thin. You think Chris Rock, if they
nothing
had
with
planned,
that slap.
well, I'm just saying, if they had planned that whole thing out, you think Chris Rock said, well, look, I'm going to want some kind of protection? Like, he couldn't just say, look, I'm going to slap you. Like, take a fucking slap like a champ. I'm sure Chris Rock's been slapped in a movie before. You just kind of take it. It is what it is. And it was just a stupid fucking like conspiracy theory that people love to put out there. But
When
I
I-
saw that
Will
when I-
Smith is only 6'1".
yeah, I didn't think he was all that tall.
I thought he was tall.
He's I mean, 6'1's not
I guess
short.
Carlton's only 5'1".
Well, exactly,
Really?
right?
I don't know.
Well, and he would make fun of his medical condition not being able to be adult height. Yeah, like
Fresh
that's
Prince.
mean.
That Fresh Prince episode, I can't remember what happened, but they had the puppets. Will and Carlton are story. Boom, chicka, chicka, boom, chicka.
Yeah, they were apologizing to Ashley for something. I think they ruined her date. They grilled her date too much. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
If he would have
Oh, man.
apologized like that, I would have watched King Richard 12 times already.
Oh,
Been perfect. Will Smith is sorry.
yeah.
Chris and Will are sorry.
That would have been fucking magic.
Jada and Will are sorry.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Well, and what do you guys think about the whole, like, he sends out a tweet as a fucking apology?
I think
like,
if you're a prominent person in the world and you fuck up like that,
You have to make
And-
something public to keep keep some sort of.
you have the fucking sway to call any news channel to do it as an adult.
Exactly.
Not I can type I'm sorry to anybody.
Yeah, I could put a
Don't
Facebook post
fucking
right now
matter.
saying I'm sorry for you
Yeah.
know whatever. And I mean, it's just such a coward's way out. Like
Yeah,
I agree with you. He could have, had he said it at the Oscars, would have been the best, in my opinion. Yeah. But at least come out, fucking do a 5-second. I mean, you're putting out motivational videos on your shit all the time. You couldn't just come out and be like, "Look, I'm sorry for what I did."
I think at least at the after party between getting jiggy with it and Miami.
I think one of the most creative guys who stands by his word, or just goes up above and beyond in a nonviolent way, is Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, Musk is fucking.
I never followed that guy at all. I never I know Chase.
Chase got a boner.
I think that's where he got his AIDS from. You think? I'm not saying Elon has AIDS, but he has that
mental AIDS.
But the more I see him, and the more ever since I got off Facebook, now I just watch short clip. I don't have TikTok, but TikTok type stuff, Snapchat stories and stuff,
reels
that.
And stuff.
Yeah, and he seems like just a pretty cool guy.
He does. His mom is from here. Regina.
He seems like a guy who's I can't remember who said it. Somebody on fucking Twitter or something said, if you're such a billionaire, you could solve world hunger. And he came back at him and said, all right, draw out a plan, and if I think it's viable, I'll do it. And it was just one of those things.
And then he also said...
He seems like the kind of guy who would be willing to at least listen to your idea.
What was the organization? He said, I'll do it if I can see complete transparency and how all the money is spent and everything like that, too.
And now he has...
I can't remember. Was it something similar to that? The World Hunger thing?
The World Health Organization or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Doesn't he have the controlling share on Twitter now?
Yeah, he got pissed off because Twitter was censoring his posts.
Twitter and the monkey man.
So he bought $3 billion worth of shares for Twitter and is now the main shareholder for Twitter.
Well, good. Better than Donald Trump just pouting that he got fucking kicked off, eh?
And then also, my favorite thing that he did is if you go to your phone and you go to www.liar.com, it's a Wikipedia of Justin Trudeau.
Are you serious?
He did that. Check it on your phone right now. Go to www.liar.com.
Liar.com. All right, hang on one second. I got to see this. And you're saying Elon did this?
Yeah, he did.
Really? I didn't know he was so upset at Justin.
Well, I think he thinks he's a yard sale of...
Or is this just a fucking joke that you're going to be like, suckers, I got you. It's like a fucking anus picture or something. Yeah. It's like one of the... Oh, your shit. It actually brings up Wikipedia of Justin Trudeau.
I told you.
James Trudeau.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So
really?
Elon Musk became the most and best internet troll in the world.
Well, fuck. Shout out to Elon.
He bought the domain name of liar.com just to
reroute it to the Wikipedia
just to spite Trudeau.
That's fuck. Well... That's what I mean.
Finally, one of these elite world people is doing good.
he does seem like the kind of guy who is. It's more about what you're doing than about kind of like the public perception. Because
we all know he's a money where his mouth is kind of guy.
He is. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Because a lot of these companies, something bad comes out, some scandal comes out, and their stock goes down a bunch. And he's one of those guys. It's like, I don't give a shit about that. I'm fine knowing that, yes, my company might fluctuate. Things might go up and down because of my opinions. But I'm going to say what the fuck I think. I'm not going to tailor make it for this whole political correct bullshit where I'm trying to, keep our stock prices high. He's like, fuck. Well, he's minted beyond fucking minted. I mean, the guy's richer than shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could probably go up and slap fucking Will Smith at his house and probably people would be like, no, that's fair.
Did not see that coming.
Might take a little bit of a hit on the stock prices, but he'd be like, we'll be fine.
That man is also the definition of work. The guy.
Oh, yeah.
He has at SpaceX and at his warehouse where he does all the new innovative things. Mm-hmm. He actually has a room set up for him to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Off to the side of the warehouse. It's not anything fancy. It's just a little bedroom in the side and a little bathroom so you can shower, wake up, go back to work.
See, he was a man with an idea that followed through on his idea, and he put in the hard work to build his empire.
Yes.
And he sold his houses. He doesn't even own a house anymore. He's got this little condo.
But you look at you don't hear any bad press about him and how he treats his employees.
Well, not about how he treats his employees
and stuff like that.
But once in a while, you might hear something.
Yeah,
a little.
But then you look at Jeff Bezos.
Oh God, yeah.
And that guy's the richest man in the fucking world, and he treats his company literally treats his employees like fucking garbage.
Oh,
he's making billion-dollar yachts a day, an income from.
Got to have one in every color.
Like that guy, in my opinion, him, Bill Gates, fucking can't remember the other guy's name. Just
Zuck.
pile of Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Those guys are just piles of shit as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, it's more about
Control.
what people think of you rather than what you actually are. Whereas Elon's more like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm going to do this. And it also translates into, well, he's doing kind of pretty awesome things. So it's very rare people don't like it. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people that don't like him.
For sure.
But they're probably the fucking Bezoses and Zuckerbergs of the world who are like, well, fuck, why does this guy get such good press? Well, because he kind of does good shit. What's wrong with that?
Like, what is a Soyuz rocket? He replaced, like, SpaceX replaced the Soyuz rocket. Mm-hmm. So the Soyuz rocket is what they used to travel to and from the International Space Station with. Yep. And the original Soyuz rocket is just completely just crammed. You're like 3 people in a row in like a little circle, and there's like stuff right here in front of your face, and you're like sardine canned in there. Like if you're claustrophobic, it's not a good time.
Yeah, and, if you're claustrophobic, you shouldn't.
And then I don't remember what remember what the new one is called by SpaceX, but it's basically like the guys can like unbuckle because when they launch it, they have to rotate the Earth, I think, 1.5 or 2 times or something like that to catch up to the space station. So when they don't launch up and just just catch.
Yeah, you don't just go straight at it. They like shooting a missile at it.
Yeah, they basically have to go in circles until they're in the same orbit, and then they slowly catch up to it. And then the guys in there, there's like a ton of room in there. They're able to like move around, and there's like a big window so they can see everything.
Well, that's another thing about him is he's always kind of looking forward into like, well, he's obviously a big deal with like space and stuff like that, but he's been talking about like making flying cars for the longest time. Like he's a very future, kind of focused guy, but on things that I mean, we've been promised flying cars since fucking Back to the Future 2, and he's the guy actually trying to make it happen. And I read, well, sorry, I didn't read. I heard him giving an interview about how like subway systems that, they're great and all that they take a lot of traffic off the road and they get people where they're going. But he said, like, if you could get them to change levels, so if you had them like with tunnels that would go lower or higher, depending on, you could like, I think something like make 6 times as many trains, and you could decrease the amount of traffic that we had by something like 80%
How much would it cost to get Elon to come to Regina and figure out the fucking Ring Road train situation?
Oh my God, that is.
I just heard yesterday on the news that they're hiring another company to do a study to see if it's going to take a year to do it, and probably
this is like the 19th one they did.
Well, of course, because they can't figure out that putting a train across the busiest street in Regina at noon and 9 o'clock.
What the issue is
somehow a problem.
Not very far past the train tracks. There's a pipeline that runs from Enbridge underneath Ring Road that goes to the Esso tank farm on McDonald Street. And that is too close to the tracks to make like a ramp that can go down, or basically
that's why you build up.
Yeah, they would have to go up and then like a steep incline down underneath Winnipeg Street Bridge.
Nope, you go up and over and then down.
Well, yeah, in a perfect world.
Make it like a roller coaster. Sell tickets.
Just put a big fucking ramp there. Yeah. Speed limit on Ring Road after Ross Avenue is 185 minimum.
Oh, man. That'd be amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
Ross Avenue is now the Autobahn.
We're going to need a few more lanes before it becomes the Autobahn. What is that thing, 6 lanes across or something like that?
I don't know. People in this city can't seem to figure out that the hammer lane isn't the go slow lane anymore.
Oh, God, man.
I was on my way here, and I was like,
Man, anywhere, dude. Driving anywhere, there's always somebody who just doesn't seem to get the idea of driving properly.
Also, people Will Smith should slap.
Yes. Yeah, Will Smith could have free reign to slap a bunch of people that were driving. Okay, well, how about this? We're coming to the end of the show. If you could slap one celebrity, who would it be? Just one.
Oh, come back to me.
Okay.
There's a list.
I got the number one person I would have to slap.
Yeah. On stage at the Oscars, who are you going to slap?
Celebrity?
Any figure, like, it could be your fucking next door neighbor. I don't care, but you just got to tell us who he is.
Oh, man.
I don't want he'd kick the shit out of me.
No, he has to. All he can do is make jokes afterwards.
Oh, yeah, no, he'd still kill me.
Oh, man.
Really? I thought you guys would be jumping all over the Trudeau band.
There's just so many.
That's just a given. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a fucking beating stick to fucking Bill Gates.
Bill Gates? Okay.
I say Kanye.
Kanye.
I want to smack him.
That is a good one.
He needs a smack.
You know what? I'm changing that. As much as I hate Bill Gates, it has to be a slap, or can I use a crowbar?
I mean, if it's on stage at the I think a crowbar would definitely get you fucking in jail.
Right. LeBron.
Really?
I think that guy's a fucking joke.
Okay, yeah, LeBron's kind of a joke. And you're going with Kanye?
Kanye.
You're sticking with Kanye? Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, that's white on black. Oh, fuck. I don't know, man.
It doesn't really give a shit about the color of skin. It's the fucking person they are is what it is.
I'd lay out that.
There's a good one.
Yeah, I'd do that.
I think I'd give it to Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah, good
Fuck,
call.
I hate that guy.
I think the list of people I think that I need to slap.
Oh, man, I would listen to that squinty-eyed little fucking goon and his fucking, the guy built a career on his dad dying in 9/11. Like we're all.
I don't know anything about the guy.
He's so.
Would I be wrong to say Jimmy Fallon?
Great.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't hate Jimmy Fallon.
Hate him,
but
he just
if you want to
seems
give him a
too perfect.
smack,
he just seems too nice.
I heard he's a real drunk.
Never mind.
Needs a slap just in case. A slap for just in case.
But I think I'd go with Pete Davidson. He's a goof. I really like somebody and if Kanye can't do it, then fucking I'd give him one.
This is how we get banned off of YouTube.
Oh yeah, because Pete Davidson
violence.
has a lot of YouTube sway. Fuck
no,
you,
I mean
Pete Davidson.
condoning violence on our. This is our topic today.
we are fantasizing about violence, not condoning it.
We're not going to do it.
I mean,
I highly
if
doubt
I ever
I'm
met him,
going to be on stage with LeBron.
Yeah, I hope these guys want to have a rebuttal to us too.
Yeah. If you got anything to say, LeBron or Pete or fucking whoever, you come right back at us.
Yeah, I got nothing to lose, so come at me, bro.
Yeah, I'll put on my "Come at me, bro" t-shirt, and
we could finally get some hits on this thing. Pete Davidson got into a fight.
Yeah, Pete Davidson showed up in Regina at Josh's house, and then he got laid out on the deck,
and he doesn't nobody was even home.
Oh, God. He got Will Smith,
the Smith stuff. All right, boys. I think that wraps up this for us today. We hope everybody enjoyed the show and come back and get wrecked with us next time.
Props out to Elon Musk.
Props out to Elon Musk.
Yeah,
fuck you, Pete Davidson.
Windsor Salt.
Shout out to we have to say that because his voice was on the podcast, we do not own any material done by Joe Rogan.
Not yet, anyway.
Look out, Joe, we're coming for you.
No,
I love you, Joe.
I'd actually love to be on his podcast.
I would love to be on Joe. Get him
I just
on
want to go
ours.
see his stand-up.
I've never been a huge fan of his stand-up. I love his intellectual thoughts, though. The guy's a real smart dude. Anyway, that's the end of the show. Thanks for coming and get wrecked.
Later, fuckers.
Peace.
And crabs.
Crabs.
Herbies.